This is Top Gamer 007 here, and we have a couple of news articles for today. Links to all news articles and timestamps is going to be in the description below. Don't forget, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and let's get started! Let's talk about the improvements or graphics comparisons of 3 different games. 2 of them are Nintendo first-party games and 1 of them are a third-party game. But I don't want to spoil the games, but let's continue on and let's talk about what I said in the last video. I did say that I did see a lot of graphics differences between the September Direct compared to the earlier versions of the Switch trailers of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I did remember, I think at E3 they did say that this was not the final build and the developers have to do one last layer of polish to the game before release. The game was beautiful to me even before they did the last layer of polish. Even if I was a PC gamer, I just love the anime art style in this Xenoblade Chronicles 2 compared to the other previous art styles from before. Xenoblade Chronicles X was also beautiful, really beautiful, even if it was at 720p on the Wii U with no anti-aliasing and some lag. But we're not talking about that. But I still love Xenoblade Chronicles X. But this huge, big polish of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I did say that I'm expecting 900p, 30 frames per second, just like Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I hope that this stayed true because, come on, this is a huge game. Nintendo is marketing it as a huge game. It has its own Pro controller. It has its own special edition like Breath of the Wild. I expect more polish until the game goes gold around mid-October. But it should go gold around 45 days before release to mass produce the copies of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and make sure retailers around the world get this game, right? So it's probably going to take 40 to 45 days. If Monolith Soft is interested, they could even make a day 1 patch. I know a lot of Nintendo fans don't like day 1 patches, but they could make a day 1 patch to give it more polish to the game, fix more bugs, and make it more a definitive experience before release. And also, let me just add this insert basically that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is sold out on Amazon, so you have to go somewhere else for that. I already pre-ordered mine on GameStop, so I don't have to worry about anything. Amazon is there for people that wants to wait for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in the mail, because I have Amazon Prime, but I don't like waiting, so I'm gonna go there myself, get it 9 o'clock, and get it. So I am telling you guys that Xenoblade Chronicles, I know I'm just adding this in there, but we need Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to sell 2 to 3 million units to make Xenoblade Chronicles a Nintendo main IP like what Fire Emblem Awakening did for Fire Emblem. We need that for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to do for Xenoblade Chronicles as a series in general. Let's continue with the graphics comparisons of NBA 2K18 for the Nintendo Switch. It was compared, the Nintendo Switch version was compared with the PlayStation Pro and Xbox One versions. And it looks like 2K wasn't lying when they said that they pushed the Switch memory to its limit. It looks like it's the same resolution as the base models of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but by PC standards, I'm going to tell you my definition of this. It looks like that the texture quality was turned down from high to medium by looking at these comparisons. Also, like I covered before, the frame rate is cut in half at 30 frames per second. And it looks like people's buying the Switch version of 2K18 even if it needs over 22 gigs of space plus an additional SD card. It looks like it is 4th place on the bestsellers in North America on the Nintendo eShop at the time of this recording. Remember, it's only digital at this point, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about more graphics. I know I've been talking graphics this whole time in this VG Bulletin, but I know graphics is not everything, but the extra polish right before Super Mario Odyssey is astounding. I am going to make this quick. Super Mario Odyssey looks way better than it was E3 or the reveal trailer. And remember, Digital Foundry said at E3 that the game run at 720p in dock mode. And I believe Super Mario Odyssey, based on these pictures, or this picture alone, it looks like the graphics has had a big bump. I believe that the final game might be 900p, 60 frames per second in dock, and obviously in portable mode it's gonna be 720p, 60 frames because the scream, obviously. And I love that final polish of any game right before release. Let's continue on more Super Mario Odyssey news. Super Mario Odyssey file size was revealed. According to Japanese Nintendo site, Super Mario Odyssey is going to be 5.7 gigabytes. Wow, that's really small space compared than I ever expected. But it looks like all Nintendo first party games, except Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and most likely Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is going to be under 10 gigabytes. But I'm going to tell you why I believe Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is going to be over 10 gigabytes. Because it's no way that Nintendo can compress a huge world like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 under 10 gigabytes. Remember, Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U was over 18 gigabytes. And I expect Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to be bigger than Xenoblade Chronicles X. So obviously can't be compressed under 10 gigabytes. But it would have been a crazy feat if it's under 10 gigabytes. But I think I'm getting a little bit too sidetracked. Let's continue with Bethesda Switch news. Bethesda announced Doom is a quote-unquote custom built for the Nintendo Switch, and the graphics are not the exact same to other platforms. But I'm gonna still say this, I'm still going to keep my prediction that Doom is gonna run at 1080p 60 frames per second in docked, and obviously 720p 60 frames in undocked, because Vulkan API is a really fast API. On my low end, I have a low end PC way before, right? And Vulkan ran the game at 100 frames per second. I call that low end with a R7 260X, and it ran at like almost 100 frames per second, and it was even a good CPU. So number one, I believe that it could run it on the Switch at that resolution and frame rate. But I understand Bethesda said it's not going to be, graphics are not going to be the same as other platforms, but it's possible that Nintendo Switch in PC speak that the texture quality is lower than the other console version, but I doubt it's gonna be like 720p docked or something like that. I expect at least 900p, but only time could tell. So yes, it's about time to end my video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like videos like this one to help expand my channel, and share the video if you think it could inform someone else. Comment below on your opinions about these articles. This is Top Gamer 007, and I see you next one. Peace.